He spent 16 years
Yeah.
teaching himself
Wow.
how to read ancient Hebrew. I was
Yeah.
like, that is so that is such dedication. 16 years.
It's a long time. That seems too long.
Ancient Hebrew and Greek, but especially Hebrew for some reason, are often assumed to be very difficult languages to learn. Joe Rogan seems to also buy into this assumption. I have to say, spending 16 years on any single task is pretty impressive in terms of the dedication exhibited, but I don't really think that's the most efficient way to learn a language. If someone told you they took 16 years to learn Spanish, for example, you'd probably either think that they were terrible at learning languages or terribly inefficient. So why does it seemingly take 16 years to learn a language like Hebrew? I suggest that the problem here is not Hebrew itself, but how we're going about learning Hebrew. Let me give you a real life example of, say, my 4-year-old son reading Hebrew after a few months of study. So what's the difference between my son, who's 4, and who is reading Hebrew, and Rogan's friend, who took 16 years to learn the language? The issue is, not all methods of learning a language are as efficient. It is not about the language's difficulty, but about how we go about learning. The learning process is actually pretty simple. We expose ourselves to new material, and then we practice that new material to commit it to long-term memory. Where this often goes haywire is the process of committing it to long-term memory. But this is exactly what my son did. He took the alphabet to begin with, and he started to learn the letters. And he committed those letters to long-term memory. He then used those letters to commit words composed of those letters to long-term memory. And then finally, he was given a text with words that had been committed to his long-term memory already. Since he had followed that progression, he could read that text in a matter of a few short months. Now, he can't yet read the Bible in Hebrew, but he's on his way, and he will be able to, and it won't take him 16 years. The key is that you need to progress in such a way that you are adding one new thing, committing that thing to long-term memory, and then adding another new thing. When you progress in this way, eventually you will reach your goal of reading the Bible in Hebrew. So my suggestion is that if you practice consistently with the right tools, you actually will be able to read in Hebrew or Greek much, much quicker than most people think. Reading the Bible in a year is definitely an achievable goal. And we have had Biblingo users report just that. Users have started with nothing, they have learned the alphabet, learned words, and they have continued to progress in their reading until they've been able to read the Bible in the original languages. This is not some far off goal that you can't achieve. It is something that anyone can do. If you want to try it out for yourself, you can sign up for Biblingo's free 10-day trial on our website, biblingo.org.